from Jimmy the Baker, 12 6.5-ounce cinnamon or the new flavor, gingerbread crumb cakes. You can actually get these shipped now, November 6th or December 4th. Oh, these are fantastic.
You must have.
$49.98 and 3 easy pays of $16.66. Do not wait on the immediate because that is our most limited right now. So here's what you can choose. You've got 12 of the original, 12 of the gingerbread, split it in half. 6 and 6, you've got that combo option as well. These are fantastic. It smells like the holidays.
See, this is gonna fly. I'm telling you right now. Do you know that at one time I went up to see Jimmy the Baker, and he told me when these were being made at that factory that they actually had some of their employees who crumbled up the crumble a little bit more. Still the same amount,
right?
Crumbled them up, and the viewers and the people who loved said, no, we need the bigger crumbles.
Keep it chunky.
Keep it chunky.
Keep it chunky.
So he brought back the big crumbles, and it makes all the difference in the world.
Oh, fantastic.
If you can cut these babies in half because they're so thick and they're so dense, and I've not tried the gingerbread.
I've not either. We have 170 left in the immediate in both the cinnamon and the gingerbread. In the combo, 550. And as Rick was just saying, these are large. This is a big serving. And each of these, when you break it down, is $4.16 each. You can't beat that. We're going to welcome in the man himself, Jimmy the Baker. Come on in and tell us all about this, Jimmy. It's good to see you, buddy.
First, this is a cootery-free presentation. I'm just telling you right
now.
No
more cootery puns.
No cooteries.
No.
No more cooteries.
A Jim cootery. A crumb cootery. Don't say it. You're not allowed to say it.
So Rick, you were up at the bakery. You actually mixed the gingerbread crumb cake.
I did mix
if you
the gingerbread
remember.
crumb
I don't know
cake.
if next time you can do some B-roll with your hairnet. Look, you still got it going
there
on,
it is.
man. These are big.
The guy's obsessed with the recipe. You're obsessed with every part of it.
Man.
Where do you want to start with these babies, Jimmy?
Let's start with these bad boys, the cinnamons, because I just pulled one out of the container, and you can see. Look, you see that stripe going through there. That doesn't happen by happenstance. That's a bunch of people paying really close attention to the work, putting lots of crumb, a layer of the pudding cake, a layer of the makings of our cinnamon roll filling, another layer of cake, and then the crumbs on top.
The best.
So this is a 6.5, we say it's 6.5 ounces, but really because, as you remember, I insist that we completely cover the top of the cake with crumb and then some, so it's probably more than that. Easily 2 servings, probably 3 servings in one. So I think out of 12, you're getting easily 2 to 3 dozen servings out of this stuff. Big, moist cinnamon.
Even the crumb cake smiling. I mean, check this out. I mean, this is amazing.
Right.
It's amazing.
Right. Fantastic.
And Steve, you don't know you don't know the agony and the technicality to make that cinnamon do that exact smile. It's becoming our trademark, I think.
It's such a beautiful smile. Even Jimmy will smile. Jimmy doesn't smile for much.
Yeah,
Even he will smile. I'm going to give you another one. Take a look at
that.
this. Here's one of these. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, that's a serving. That one, that's a serving right there. It's so dense and so moist. Okay, it's gingerbread time, my friend.
Gingerbread
I
time.
have never seen anybody cut this like this before. Look at this slice right here.
Yeah.
We pay $5, $6 for this slice alone at a very familiar coffee shop that we all know. All right, go ahead, Jimmy. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm going to eat this right now.
This was an old recipe in the back of a file that the old man gave me, and I thought I never used it because I thought the recipe was wrong. It had more molasses than like twice the amount of molasses. I thought it would never go, but here we are, gingerbread.
What?
I love Christmas holiday spices. Go ahead. What?
Why do you use the molasses? Give me the molasses mission.
So you can't make, okay, ready? Okay. You can't make gingerbread without molasses. But you know what I learned in my old age? There's a difference between sulfured and unsulfured molasses. So I'm not telling you which one we use, but I couldn't understand why I wasn't getting that old-fashioned taste.
Wow.
And the old-fashioned molasses is of a certain type, so we look for just the right molasses to put in the cake. Don't forget ginger spice. I love Christmas holiday spices. I eat it all year round.
Great.
Ginger scones, ginger cookies. I love them. Got just a little hint of clove in there just to put it over the top. But the molasses, the added the added benefit of the molasses is it keeps this cake really moist.
Nobody's obsessed like Jimmy. From the paper to the dough to the molasses to this. Nobody like it. And guess what? We got a story.
We do. Let me tell you right now, these are already going very fast. So here's what you're going to get. You're getting 12 of these. You make the choice. You want 12 of the cinnamon, 12 of the gingerbread, or the combo 6 and 6. We have 3 ship dates available for you. If you want this right now,
yes,
in the immediate ship date, we have 4 dozen left in the cinnamon, 350 in the combo, 100 in the gingerbread. November 6th.
That's it.
700 in the cinnamon, 700 in the gingerbread, and we've got plenty to go around in that combo. And then, of course, December 4th, cinnamon 900, 900 in the gingerbread, and just a bit more in that combo.
You know what I recommend? This is $60 every day in, day out. 60 bucks. It's now on sale. Didn't make them smaller to get to this price. I would get now, and then I'd get like December. Like get them twice because it's today only price. You're going to get them now. You're going to love them. They're going to stay in your freezer, but you might have parties. You might have get-togethers. You're going to have another batch coming, and you don't pay for that December until it's shipped. So kind of a win-win.
Oh, absolutely. And they're individually packaged. That's what makes it so easy for you to store and pop out whenever you need it. But for me, this gingerbread right now, oh my gosh. Typically, gingerbread for me, I might like break off a little arm or a limb off of the little gingerbread man, and it's like a spice bomb, and it's so overwhelming. This is so beautifully balanced, Jimmy. Oh my goodness.
That I'm really glad you said that because that the recipe as written was very spicy. I mean, this formula recipe card is easily 100 years old. So I pulled back on a bunch of spices because you should celebrate the molasses and the ginger. You don't want to get hit too much with clove.
Right.
You don't want to get hit too much with nutmeg. So thank you for that because that's exactly what I was going for.
Is it okay to just do what I just did and just go? Is that legal in Jimmy World?
In the New York metro area, you could get shot for that.
You get shot.
That's really only New Jersey and New York Italians.
If there was on like a crumb, if this was on a crumb-cootery board and you just picked the top, we'd have to ask you to leave. We'd have to ask you to leave.
If my advice is if you're going to pick the crumb off the top, you got to get rid of the stump. Don't leave the stump. That's what gets people upset. Just either eat it or just hide it, but don't steal the crumb without getting rid of the stump.
Amazing.
New York, New Jersey.
Jimmy, somebody's loving the today only price. Somebody's loving Jimmy the Baker.
They certainly are. That immediate ship date in the cinnamon has officially sold out.
Boom.
The gingerbread is the next to go. Just a warning here. So these are flying right now.
Can we just take a look like top down at what you're physically going to be getting? Because, I mean, we want to look at it. We're not that pretty.
A nice amount.
This is the pretty. Look at that. They're massive. They're dense. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You're getting a dozen, and they're massive. So cut these in half. You got 24 of them. We cut them in 4s.
Yes.
Right? It's amazing.
And although, all right, so Jimmy has been nominated. This cake has been nominated several years in a row. But right now, 2023 Customer Choice Food Award nominee for Best Breakfast and Best Cake. However, this isn't just a breakfast cake. Cut this up and serve this to your guests after dinner, right?
No, and my gosh, anytime you could do this. Here comes the holiday entertaining. Here comes the card club. Here comes the get-together. Here comes that brunch that we just talked about a little bit ago. Here comes a little treat for yourself. All right, when you do it now, Jimmy, give me the Jimmy the Baker temperature recommendation. Give me the how you like to serve it.
That's a big question because I like to eat my baked goods chilled. Kind of kooky, but I bring you back to the frozen Milky Way thing. I like eating sweets on the cold side. However, the cinnamon, if you pop this in the microwave for you don't need more than 10 seconds, 15 would be pushing it. You will caramelize that wonderful little swirl inside. The cinnamon that's baked into the side, it'll get nice and caramelly. I like that with about 10 seconds in the microwave. Frankly, you could toast the gingerbread. You could toast it.
So give us that. What do you mean by that?
Vanilla ice cream.
Man.
Just like you would with a pound cake. You light up a Skittle, put some butter in it, take a slice of the gingerbread, toast it up, scoop
and then some ice cream on top?
So, Jimmy.
Damn, there it
Merry
goes.
Christmas.
There it goes.
Even if we slice this in half like so, and maybe put it under the broiler for a hot second to get that kind of little toast on top, would that be okay too?
Yes, absolutely. And you want to get that nice and toasty. And again, heat it up. Those spice notes will be more pronounced if you like things a little on the ginger spice side. That heating it up will bring those out even more. But the ice cream is going to cut is going to meld perfectly with the spices, with the warmed up spices.
How many different, like as a gingerbread that's available for right now, you can't have it. It's sold out. So this guy's sold out.
Yep.
Cinnamon sold out. Gingerbread sold out for the immediate. If you want the combo, oh my gosh, get the combo 5 dozen?
Absolutely. There's only a handful of you that are going to be able to pick up that combo for that immediate, but we got plenty to go around for November 6th or December 4th, and you're going to bring this entire set home for $49.98 or 3 easy payments of $16.66. And when you break that up, I mean, it's just over $4 for one of these. And as Rick just sliced this up, you're really getting like several pieces out of this, which is so fantastic. Individually wrapped, easily put in the freezer. Now, Jimmy, remind us, how do we defrost these once we're ready to serve and eat?
I always have 1 or 2 of these in my refrigerator. I keep the rest of them in the freezer. They thaw in a matter of minutes. I mean, it's a very rich cake. So think of ice cream. It's gonna heat up pretty quickly at room temperature because it is rich. And that reminds me, by the way, when you get these, it is the dead of summer. Put these right in your fridge or your freezer when you get them. They'll freeze up nicely. And by the way, after they have been thawed, they get even more moist. I can explain it. It's bakery science. It would bore you to death. But when you freeze these and thaw these, they gain moisture.
How many different, let's just take like the classic, the cinnamon. How many different variations before you got this right? Honestly, how many different variations before you said, okay, now you're a little obsessed, we know. But what's this true story on that?
Easily, there's a filtering process. When I get an item, I will scan every kind of crumb cake I can have, and I'll make each one of them. It might be that might be 10 or 20 renditions. I find out what I like about it. I start making them my own. Once I get it to my own, that could be another 10, 20, or 30 renditions. Then it's got to go to scale up because we got to make them by the 1,000. Then we start all over again. So when you're making stuff original, let's call it original recipe. You start off small, you get to where you want, and then you've got to bring it into that very big bakery where you were, and you got to make big batches. And once you make big batches, they don't come out the same. Then you got to make more adjustments. So that's the pain and the love I put in these crumb cakes.
Don't cry. Don't shed a tear. Don't put a tear.
We got some good news for you, Jimmy.
Take it easy. Give a hug. Give a hug. We got an update for you, Steve. Well, he gets going for Clem. Hang on a second.
Immediate ship date, sold out. All right, you can't get it in the immediate ship date. Right now, November 6th, December 4th, and all options are very limited at this point. Under $50, $49.98.
Reserve it.
3 easy payments of $16.66.
Right?
Imagine, pick this up for November 6th. Mark your calendar. Oh yeah, hey, we're getting those crumb cakes this November.
And lastly, if there were, I mean, I'm not suggesting that we do this, but if there were like a wrestling cage match between you and Cliff from Just Bagels, who would win that? Who would win that?
Well, I would, because I'm in much better shape than he is. I'm 15 years older, but because he makes so much money, he's gotten very slovenly in his old age.
Okay, that's good. Good. There's a lot of love between the two of you.
You just might see the two of us together in the future.
All right.
I love that.
Give you a hint.
Thank you, buddy.
That. Oh, thank you so much, Jimmy. We'll see you soon, my friend. Over 3,200 of these have just been picked up. We got some smart holiday shoppers out there. Check out item M92434 to grab yours. And our only